Now, if you want to see graphically how to read a Burgundy label, we could cut this really short, but I'll go through it anyway. On our website burgundywine.com, if you go to the homepage, there's a thing about Burgundy, and if you scroll, you open up that and scroll down, there's a rubric that's called How to Read a Burgundy Label, how to read a label. And this sort of presentation is presented there with pictures and labels and that sort of stuff. But I can give you a rough, no, I shouldn't say a rough idea. I can give you an overview of it, because it's not all that complicated. Yeah. No, it is complicated, but the Burgundians have intentionally made it that way. So on a Burgundy label, the most important thing the thing that's you ask the question why is what's not there, and they never tell you what the grape variety is, unless it's a regional appellation where they say Bourgogne Pinot Noir, Bourgogne Chardonnay. If you don't, if you look at a label, you're just supposed to know that the red is Pinot Noir and white is Chardonnay. Again, exceptions to every rule, but you're just supposed to know. In fact, almost everything of any importance that's on a Burgundy label presupposes that you already know something about Burgundy, which is not the best marketing. It makes newcomers really understandably nervous. Now, but if you go into some Burgundy basics, you'll see these on the label, and essentially this is all the fine print. They'll tell you. If you look at Appellation Controlee, they'll tell you where the wine comes from, what the regional appellation is. If you're, but that gets really, there's a serious dimension of complexity there. I mean, there are like 43 different villages. There are 635 Premier Cru. These will all be things on every label will name the wine by appellation, and there's a staggering 785 different possibilities. So the answer to understanding a label is you just have to learn, and it's structured by category. Again, we've talked about this already. You've got the regional appellation, the village appellation, Premier Cru, and Grand Cru, and that's all. And that's all. That's all well and good, and that's something that you can learn. But the most important thing that you see on the label is who made it. And we've said this before. We drink producers and we don't drink appellations. They'll tell you, the label will tell you who made the wine, whether they own the vineyard or whether they're a negociant. And beyond that, there's nothing really legally binding on a Burgundy label. They'll talk about old vines, but well, how old? 40 years? No, older, younger. Yeah, these vines are older than my other vines. There's nothing legally binding there. Or, Grand Vin de Bourgogne. It's like means nothing. That sort of thing. So essentially, you can you tell from a wine label if the wine's any good? No. All you can tell is where it comes from and who made it, and the rest of it is, getting to know who the producers are and that sort of stuff. That's what this is what our wine business is all about. Burgundywine.com is there to try and make some recommendations as to who's a good winemaker and what are the interesting appellations. It's that simple. But if you really want to see the label deconstructed, go to the website burgundywine.com and look at About Burgundy, and there's a rubric there with all this information.
Hello, I'm Dennis Sherman from burgundywine.com. We're based in Burgundy and have been for over 35 years. We specialize in small production, hidden gem winemakers, and we deliver their wines directly to your door at prices that will convince you when we say Great Burgundy does not have to be expensive. If you can't come to Burgundy, we'll bring Burgundy to you. So join us at burgundywine.com, where shipping is always included on case quantities.